Did you share that frustration? What would you have told the league?
Honestly, I didn't even know I was being suspended until 10 minutes before it was put on social media. We still have yet to hear anything from Kathy. It's no surprise. You can see what's being said on social media, and yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but as usual, she remains silent, and that's unfortunate when, you know, our lives are being threatened.
Back to the court.
I'm crazy. You know, playing the game, being suspended, just the whole narrative that's being painted out there. It's unfortunate that it's come to this over basketball. A lot of us, myself included, didn't even know the play took place until after you know, the game, and you know, now we're being painted as thugs, and there's death threats out on us. It's really unacceptable. It's something that needs to change in this league, and I'm just really sick and tired of winning.
This is kind of looking back on the court with where you were before everything that happened. I feel like you're taking the same amount of shots from the mid-range that you did last season, which was some of the most you did in your career. What's your relationship with the touch there? How are you seeing that open up more opportunities for you to score at impact?
Yeah, I got to continue to be more aggressive. I think a lot of people give me that shot each and every game. I just have to be willing to take it more, which, like you said, in the last 2 games I have. So I'm just continuing to be confident in my ability in that shot. I mean, I practice it each and every day, and yeah, it's my money.
Carter yesterday, and she's just like
at the incident, like picture else with that on social media. How do you feel that
I felt the suspension. If that's what they felt was necessary in that moment, then so be it. But I think there's a lot of other plays that you can say the same about. I think the biggest thing is it's just about our safety. We're so concerned about the safety on the court, but you know, time and time again, we're having people threatening our lives, leaking addresses out there, you know, putting crazy pictures that have nothing to do with that.
Welcome back to WNBA Trends, where we break down what really happened behind the headlines. Alyssa Thomas just went in front of cameras to explain a suspension, and by the end of it, she said something that might hurt her more than the play itself. Here's the moment that matters. Thomas told reporters she didn't even know she had been suspended until 10 minutes before the league announced it. Then she claimed something even bigger. She claimed she didn't know the play that got her suspended had even happened. A veteran player in the middle of a playoff game says she has no memory of a moment violent enough to draw a suspension. That's not a small detail. That's the whole story.
Bro, you seriously up here talking about pictures. And last time I checked, now I'm not saying nobody didn't leak their address. I ain't seen their address got leaked. I gotta keep it all the way real with you guys. But you getting mad over AI pictures, bro? You're a professional athlete. This come with signing up to be pretty much someone that's considered a public figure. People put a honey bun on my face last year. You ain't see me get mad and say people putting pictures of me on the internet. None of that stuff, bro.
Basketball stuff. At some point, the league is going to stand on it. They came out with no hate speech, but I mean, what is that going to do? At some point, you know, time and time again, players are going through this, and the league remains silent. So I'm sick and tired of it, and it's time for them to step up and have our backs in these instances.
How do you think it affects your ability to play going forward?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. At the end of the day, it's basketball. Basketball is meant to be physical. Like I said, I didn't even know that play happened. If you watch the clip back, no one in the stands, their bench knew that it happened. But again, that doesn't change anything of how we play basketball. Basketball is a contact sport.
Listen, with Noemi, it feels like y'all have like a synergy with two-player actions. I don't think there's a better person to talk about playmaking than with you, but with her, what are you seeing from her in terms of like the touch and the reads that she's making that's kind of giving y'all another playmaker to add to the ball movement that y'all like?
Yeah, I think she's just getting more and more comfortable with playing at this level. You know, I think she surprises us sometimes with what she's able to do. Her ability to read the game, make plays, shot making. To be as young as she is, I mean, there's so much room for her to grow, and she's just been a great addition to her team.
Here's the detail that should stop you in your tracks. She mentioned this wasn't new. A couple years back, in a previous playoff series, the same kind of backlash happened. Meaning, this isn't an isolated incident. This is a pattern that resurfaces every few seasons and eventually catches up with her in a way that spreads beyond basketball entirely. She talked about her family getting threats, about people sending disturbing messages, about a level of harassment nobody should have to deal with. All of that is real, and none of it is okay. But two separate things can both be true at the same time. The people sending threats are wrong, and the play that started this entire chain of events was also a problem. One doesn't cancel out the other. After several minutes of talking around the actual incident, deflecting toward the league's silence, the online reaction, and the unfairness of it all, she finally landed on the core claim. It was an accident. She didn't mean to do it. Watch how she delivers that line, though. There's no real conviction behind it. No forceful, "I need you to understand this was not intentional." It comes out flat, almost rehearsed, just another sentence buried in a long list of explanations, and it might be the weakest one of the entire interview. Here's the thing about accidents at this level of competition. These are professional athletes who have played the sport at the highest level for years. Contact hard enough to draw a suspension usually doesn't happen by accident to someone with that much court awareness. And if it genuinely was an accident, if she truly had no idea it happened until after the game, that raises its own uncomfortable question. What else is happening out there that she's not fully aware of?
I'm just super proud of what she's done so far.
Thanks, Stacey.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Thank you.
You all are kind of turning the corner, not just in results, but just the way you all are playing. What have you seen that's been working lately?
Yeah, I mean, we had a new team, a lot of people that haven't been in the W before, and everyone's just gaining experience, getting more confident, comfortable, and we're really just starting to play the basketball we want to play.
T, what's the last week been like for you?
I'm crazy. The playing the game, being suspended, just the whole narrative that honestly was a complete accident. No one even knew it happened. It's just unfortunate, but yeah, the league has to do better in this instance.
Nate was really frustrated with the league.
The connection with the rookies and how tight the camaraderie has been. What have you seen between Martha, Shea, and Shea there?
Yeah, I mean, they're all filling out together. This season has been a whirlwind, a lot of new faces, but it's fun when you have rookies to go through a process like this together. And like I said, they're super close. We call them the Three Stooges. I don't know if they know that, but yeah, definitely. They're a lot of fun.
Now, the smart thing to do was to say nothing at all. I'm here to tell you, Alyssa Thomas did not take the smart route today. She instantly went to social media, spoke with reporters, and pretty much said that she's getting death threats. They're being labeled as thugs. This whole situation has got blown out of proportion. They pretty much saying, "I did not mean to do that to Caitlyn." Whatever the case may be, what I can tell you definitively, this Alyssa Thomas situation might have ruined her career.
How was it just to sit out that game, and what were your thoughts on the fact that they won, even though you were absent?
Yeah, I mean, we have more than enough talent. Just super proud of how my team continues to fight through all the adversity that we're facing. I'm just super happy to be a part of this franchise and how they've supported me through this whole thing and had my back. It was hard to sit and watch the game, but like I said, just super proud that they were able to ground out.
I think she had her own nickname for whatever they were, the Three Amigos, the Stooges, I can't remember.
We call them Stooges. Yeah.
So what happens from here? Does the suspension get extended? Does the league issue a stronger, more specific statement about the play itself? Or does this quietly fade as the next news cycle takes over? Every day that passes without clarity from the league office, and every day Thomas leans further into this narrative instead of directly addressing the play, makes the situation harder to walk back. This wasn't just a rough foul that got blown out of proportion. This was a miscalculated response to a moment that demanded something very different, and it could end up costing far more than a single game. The league can't afford to look like it's protecting a veteran at the expense of the player driving its entire growth story. And right now, that player is Caitlyn Clark. So if you're Alyssa Thomas, you're hoping this interview did exactly what it was supposed to do. Because if it didn't land the way she needed it to, the next conversation about her isn't going to be about AI-generated images or online harassment anymore. It's going to be about whether she's still part of this league at all. What do you think the league should actually do here? Was one game enough, or does this deserve a much longer look? Drop your take in the comments, and if you made it this far, hit like and subscribe because we're breaking down every angle of this story as it develops.